Venezuelans continue to go to the polls in Sunday's presidential elections. Let's go live with our special envoy, Brian Mier, for the details of how it is developing. Hello, Brian. Welcome again to From the South. What can you tell us?
Good afternoon, Luis Alberto. Well, we've just made it past the halfway point in today's presidential elections. And here at Pimentel School in Caracas, our team just saw a press conference by the Vice President of the National Electoral Council, Carlos Quintero. And he said a couple things that were interesting. 2 points I think that really stood out were: one, they've already conducted 12 internal audits of the electronic voting system this morning. And two, they've guaranteed that 100% of the voting stations are currently open, the voting centers, and people are out voting. This is the third center I've been to this morning, or now early afternoon, and of the three, I noticed there was a very large crowd out here in front of the school. It's a little bit smaller than the other two places I went to. That explains part of it, but a nice touch, which you can see by looking inwards to under the mezzanine here, is that they've set up seats so that people don't have to stand while they're waiting to vote. I think that's a nice touch that should be done in other countries like the United States and other places that have elections when they build up long lines and stuff like that. Anyway, other than the fact that the lines are getting a little bit bigger right now, there's no reports of any violence or any serious problems with the voting centers. So for now, everything seems to be going smoothly. We talked to an election observer from Argentina who told us that he believes that Venezuela has one of the best election systems in the world, and I can compare it positively against Brazil, where I live. Brazil also has an electronic voting system, and a lead up to the 2022 elections in Brazil, President Bolsonaro did an internal study with the army to see if they could figure out any way to hack into the system, because he was trying to cry fraud before the election even began, which is a case we see in other countries among far-right candidates. And it was an internal survey, but it leaked, and it showed that Brazil's own army was unable to hack into its electronic voting system. And the system here seems like it has more safeguards and more protections against fraud. So with only 5.5 hours left, it's not going to be long now until the millions of Venezuelans who've come out today to choose their next president find out who this person is going to be.
Thank you, Brian, for the latest information. We'll be in touch with you again in the upcoming news meeting for more details.